Is there something wrong with big business? Don't they do good things too?
Politicians, I mean, we know this from the Bill Clinton years. They have a lot of fetishes. One of them that is more, they talk about more publicly than others is a small business fetish. Another is, the family farm. You never hear about people talking about family-owned dry cleaner stores, but, family farms, small businesses. Small businesses aren't the backbone of the economy. Most big firms started out as small businesses. The idea is that you want a small business that grows into a big business. All business should be treated equally.
It's true. Sports Authority and Staples, they're big. They're okay. They're
the bigger they get, the better they get, as long as they're giving customers something they want at a price that everybody's happy with.
And if they don't, they tend to go away without government.
There is a real problem in the American tax code and in all kinds of subsidy programs, whether it's the Small Business Administration or whatnot, where small businesses get certain subsidies because they can't compete with the big guys. And then the big guys buy other subsidies, and this is part of the problem. If you're starting to talk about small business versus big business, you're compounding the problem. What we need is a government that is not playing favorites and is not saying, okay, you're a small business, so we're going to give you an extra hug and kiss. We're going to give you more unconditional love from the government than a big business.
Hadley, what's a line you wish you heard from Mitt Romney tonight?
A line I wish I had heard. I think I have to come back to the fact that it is the American people who are drivers of the economy, that it's not going to be, he said several times that we are going to help you. We are going to help you. And I assume that he means he and Paul Ryan. And that's fine, again, if he means help me by deregulating so that I can start my own business, help me by reducing my tax burden or reforming the tax code so that I can navigate it more easily. But don't help me with a handout. I don't think that we need to be talking about government helping people anymore.
The audience applauds that. And I should also say that there are many audience members who liked the speech and were inspired by it and are less cynical, I guess, than I am and most of the panelists. Mark, what line would you have liked to have heard from Mitt Romney?
I wish he would have said that it's his intent to disperse power away from Washington, D.C. and back to the people. He talked about having faith in the people, but he talked about, everything I heard was about centralizing decision-making in Washington, D.C. We already have that. That's what both parties do. And if we're going to get a change, it's going to come from the people at the local level in the states. And he didn't talk at all about that.
I really kind of believe that these are small government guys, Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney, but you barely hear it. And without the specifics, I wonder if I should believe it.
Well, I think Paul Ryan's speech last night, another great performance. And, I do think it matters. People respond to that, and they practice these speeches for a reason. It had very good rhetoric about decentralized power, about pushing things away. But then when you look at the substance of his legislative record or of Mitt Romney's, it's not about cutting government. It's not about cutting regulations. It's actually about growing the size and scope of government, of voting for things like the TARP bill, voting for No Child Left Behind,
be specific
voting for
about
Medicare Part D. I mean, these are all in Paul Ryan's past.
The Patriot Act.
Yeah.
But he's changed. He's grown.
Yeah, he's
in
grown
office
in the 2.5 weeks since he's been announced as vice president.
I want to believe that.
Yeah.
And in terms of the feeling of central planning that I hear, Mitt Romney says, I have a plan to create 12 million jobs. I mean, why not 11 or 15? How does he?
Please don't create jobs. I don't want government creating any more jobs. Government creates jobs that we have to pay for. We pay for government-created jobs. It's fine. I think there are a lot of people who do good work, who are government employees, and they do excellent at the jobs that they are assigned. But at the end of the day, every government job takes about 3 or 4 taxpayers to support. So it's a situation where we want to create jobs in the private sector, but Mitt Romney's not doing it unless he's going to start a new company or something.
Well, my wishful thinking, Gene, says he means we're going to deregulate and that will create the jobs. But we will come back.